What is up guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to play Yone. So lethal tempo is getting removed guys, so that means that the second best option is going to be the Conqueror. So if you're watching the video and lethal tempo is no longer here, then go for the Conqueror build. You're going to be weaker early on guys, but you're going to scale much better. I actually prefer playing with Conqueror. It feels a lot more fun to play with, and it also makes it more challenging because you're weak early on, so you cannot take these, raids for pretty much any champ early on. But Q start, you're just looking to last it for now. We're playing against Yasuo, and Yone struggles big time against Yasuo. You're pretty weak early on, and Yasuo is way stronger due to his mobility, low cooldown abilities. This stack Q right here, do not use it forward because it's going to make you dash, and that can put you in a vulnerable position. He took a tower shot, so that's worth it. You can use that W shield to block out some of the damage. And also to take out his shield, for example. But W level 2 is pretty good because it allows you to poke and also allow you to trade better. He's gonna push because he is the one playing aggressive right now. We don't have mobility on this champ, like pretty much no mobility, right? We reliant very much on that E, but the thing about the E is that it's going to make us go straight back. Now he's really low. So that right here is the Q flash, not flash Q, but Q flash. So you throw out the Q first and then you flash, because that way it comes out a lot faster and becomes harder to predict. Now if I did it the other way around, so if I flashed and then Q, you'll be able to predict it, like he has time to react. So this is something you have to know on Yone as well as on Yasuo if you're playing him as well, because it does allow you to pick up these free kills. This E right here guys, first of all, when you go into that E mode, it makes you ghosted, so you're able to run through minions and champs and such, so you cannot get body blocked. You get some bonus moon speed, and then when you're damaging somebody, there's going to be a mark on top of them. And then when you press that E, you're going to go back to your main body, and then you repeat some of the damage you dealt. But if your E executes, then you see that mark that's going to appear above the enemy champ. It's going to be like cut in half and turn black. But remember, they can still use a shield or something, and then even though the mark is cut in half, if they have a shield, they can still survive. So the combo here on Yone, so basically what you do is that you try to stack up the Q. You have the ranged Q ready to go. Then you can go into that Spirit Form, and Spirit Form is when you press that E. You hit him with a knock up, you spam your auto attacks and your W, and then you can E out whenever you want to. You see the mark right there, it was not cut in half. It's only going to cut in half when they are within execution range, and that means that when you press that E, like when you recast it, it's going to execute. And the first part of your E is also dash, by the way, so you can use that to dodge a lot of stuff. So he can actually windwall the Q, but a way where he cannot windwall is that if you're too close, because your Q becomes a projectile when you use it from a range. But the thing is, your character also knocks out. So while his windwall does block out the projectile, it does not block out the champ, because he will also knock up. So that's a way where you can, play around the windwall. And now we have the ultimate up, so that's another channeling ability. Takes a while to charge up. So if you're playing against a mobile champ, it can be pretty difficult to hit, especially into something like a Katarina, a Yasuo, and stuff like that. So what you want to do when you have the knock up on the Q ready to go, then what you do is that you go into the E, use the knock up on the Q, right? And then while they are CC'd in the air, then you chain it with your ultimate. Because your ultimate is also a CCing ability that can hit multiple people just like your Q, but it has way longer range. I guess that's a typical Heimer thing. But your ultimate can be used to escape with, but it can get body blocked, by the way. So if they're standing in front of you and you're trying to ult through them, it's not going to work because you just appear behind them, or like next to them. Oh, I did not think that Q was going to hit. See right here, he win-walled my Q, and that's because I did not hit him with the character, but only the projectile, and that one gets body win-walled. Be careful of his knock-up. You dodge that one, then you should be fine. You have to like try to take out his shield first before trading. And he's out. You see that ultimate is really great for finishing, but also to like gap close. Because Yone, that's like the only sort of reliable mobility spell he has, because your E always puts you back in place. But what's really important about that E, guys, is that it works as a... Why did I think that was an Ashe ult? I had to channel the Q on this one so I can dash out. I don't know, for some reason I thought that was an Ashe ult. But when you recast that E, guys, you're going to become unstoppable. That is so important to know, because you can cancel out so much CC with it. Hey, did he DC? Brother Yasuo? He has Ignite though. Wait, looks like he did DC. Goodbye to Brother Yasuo. But that's what makes it really frustrating to play against a good Yone, is that it's all about reaction time. So when you're getting CC'd and you recast that E, you're going to cancel it out. So it's like a cleanse. The only thing though is that you cannot do this against suppression abilities. You were able to do this when he was released. You could, for example, E out of a Mordekaiser ultimate and that would completely disappear. Now you cannot do that anymore. It's more like a cleanse. But even better than a cleanse, because it also makes it so you cannot get knocked up and such. So for example, if you are using this E right like this, and you're getting Malphite ulted and you E back, you take the damage, but you do not get CC'd. It's like a Echo ultimate, sort of. The safety it provides. It has a pretty high cooldown early on, but later it becomes pretty good. And also, Blade of the Ruined King is really good, guys, especially because of lethal tempo being gone soon. You are lacking some attack speed, and this one gives you that attack speed that you need. And then Phantom Dancer is also another really good item. Remember, your Q cooldown and your W cooldown scales off of attack speed. That's why you are getting attack speed on champs like the Yone and the Yasuo. Down to a cap. So when you get more attack speed, it becomes easier to spam your stuff. Then try to hook him under the tower like this. You can do this, by the way. It's a safer way of, you know, trying to get damage onto the tower or the enemy champ, and then you can always E out. But do be careful if you're playing in something like a Caitlyn, because they can put a trap right below your main body, and then when you come back to that E, like back to your main form, you get trapped. He might flash out. Be dead, right? He ulted right here, he will not be dead, because then he can just hold me. But I'll probably still take him out unless his jungler came. Watching her Q. Oh, she should be dead. Nice, there we go. She used the flash early on, so she does not have that one up. We're good to go. We can just push it out. Gonna take one plate. Maybe Yasuo's going to be here. Just take this one and then we'll peace out. Because he's gonna be here soon. We have enough gold for the Blade of the Ruined King, so let's go ahead and buy that. Another benefit of the Blade of the Ruined King is the fact that in the previous seasons you went Immortal Shieldbow when the mythic items was a thing, but now that it's not anymore, you're going for stuff like the Crying Slayer into the Infinity Edge and then you get no sustain. But by getting Blade of the Ruined King first, you get sustain and you also get early game critting potential. And Yone is not as reliant on crit compared to Yasuo, because Yasuo needs crit in order for him to proc that armor pen on his ultimate. Dodge it, nice one. You see that mark right there, guys? So if I had a Q stack right now, or flasher, if I had like one stack on the Q, you saw that mark on the Yasuo, it turned black, like cut in half. That means that when you E out, it's going to execute. But remember, even though it shows that, if he gets some sort of shield, then he can still survive. That's why shields are a pretty good counter against Yone. Because your E does not proc through the shields. It has to burn through the shield as well. I would dive her right here if I hit that Q. Does he have... Okay, he's going for Blade of the Ruined King as well, and you see he's also going for the Conqueror because Lethal Tempo is going out. Lethal Tempo made you way stronger early on and in the lane, but Conqueror is going to make you scale so much better. Dodging his Q, you see? Because that mobility you're getting from that E is pretty nice. It allows you to kite pretty well. So don't underestimate it. I'm gonna check for Nidalee. Might be at the blue. Who knows? You can also use the ultimate first. If you only need it for gap closing, you can just ult in straight away. It can be good to do if they don't have vision of you, because then they are most likely not going to react. Oh my days. Oh my days, I got cute as well. Was going to get the Nidalee. I guess that's not what's going to happen. Nice one. Oh, well played. Good job. Oh, nice hook as well. They might be able to get both. Oh, he missed his W. Hit the Q. Nice one. Ooh, nice try. Okay. Okay. We lost the Drake, Aronis, but we are getting the Heralds, I hope. Because Nidalee is spot side, so we should. Now I'm gonna buy the lens. And you can do this when you're fed, because at this point you can fight pretty much anybody. So you care more about taking out vision than having vision, because you'll be playing aggressive. So you want to make sure they don't have... I was about to intentionally walk into his damage range. Let's do it here. Oh, he flashed. I thought that last damage would hit and then I was going to E out because it was going to execute and then he flashes. My bad, that would have been a free kill. So that's the downside of, you know, using that E too early on. Because you can get baited. And most people will be trying to do it. Especially in higher ranks. Another flash. I have to be careful I don't get eat into the terrain, then I'm most likely dead. Vayne is pretty fed as well, so she's gonna demolish me right now when I'm low HP. Bam. You see the way I aimed that Q, guys? I aimed it right below. Because I know that she's trying to sidestep, so when she sidesteps, she ends up running into it. Get the tower. But it's such a massive spike when you're getting Blade the Ruined King, because you can take fights that you normally cannot do. Let's back off right here. You're gonna get the Krunk Slayer and then you go into the Infinity Edge. And if you want to go complete Glass Cannon, you can also get the Phantom Dancer, but I don't recommend it when you have... Oh my days, man, what? There's apparently a ward over here. Luckily that one looks like it was barely out of range. Ooh, nice one. That's some beautiful place. Unfortunately, we don't have enough people with us. But Krunk Slayer now and then into the Infinity Edge. Because his passive amplifies the crit. And your Q proc on hit and crits and all that good stuff. Remember, your Q only procs on hit on the first target. So stuff like the red buff and like a Shin or something, it only procs on the first target. Anyone beyond that is just taking AoE damage. Ah, that's so cringe, man. What? How many flashes do they have up? Same thing again, I aimed it in the direction that I'm thinking she's going to dodge towards. And once again it hits. You should at this point people start learning and then they don't dodge in the same way. If we can find the locks. No flash on the Vayne, so she's the target we have to focus most likely because she's so fed. You see, one good combo will allow you to chain CC big time. A ward here. So I don't get sniped once again. If I get caught out of position right here, I'm probably dead. Because I don't have my ultimate up. And flash is not enough for the Vayne. You could also pop this one and then wait, and if she comes over to ward, I can E over the wall. You can do this on short walls, you can E over. Oh man, come on. I had to flash out because how it gets turned into the terrain. I did not see the Heimerdinger. Not escaping this time, got the Vayne. You see how fast she went down? You're sort of like a mix between a AD carry and an assassin. Which is why you're able to do stuff like this. And once again, I predicted in which direction she was going to dodge towards. And once I hit that knockup, bam, you can just go all in, because while they're CC'd in the air, you can get a lot of damage off before they are able to use their abilities. But the key thing on Yone, something that makes it way easier to play him, is that you try to chain CC your Q, stack Q with your ultimate. If the opponents don't have vision of you, you can use the ultimate into the stack Q. That also works because your ultimate has way higher range. So it allows for a bigger gap closing distance. So something I like to do, for example, if I am camping in the brush, the opponents are coming this way, they are stacked up. I, for example, stack the Q on the blue buff, I wait here, can ult in, and then I wait a little bit, hitting auto attack or something off, and then I use the stack Q. So I try to keep them CC'd for as long as possible. Somebody might be here, so I'm not gonna walk up. If we can find the Heimerdinger. He might be coming up this way, who knows? Nope, he's not. You could also camp here. Also like to do this sometimes. And when they don't have vision, sometimes they come from here. Might also come up from here. That's a dead Yasuo. Oh my, what? He's not dead. Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh, whoa, whoa, okay. Mordekaiser can alter. Wait, what? It's still up? Wait, what? Was she able to proc it twice? It sounded like she procced the blast cone and then she flew away, but I guess not. Look at this. Once again, predicting where she's going to dodge. You can do this, you hit that Q and then you most likely win. Against pretty much most matchups. You hit this combo. The main thing is hitting your Q. The knock up. Luckily I CC'd him here. Oh, I'm so dead. They could ult him. Oh, okay, nice one. Oh, what? He did not die? Oh, come on, man. I thought they got the Yasuo. They tried to get to the Lux, because my shield will be enough to like survive the Lux, for sure. I don't know what Brother Heimer is doing. I had no idea, man. But it's good for us. We can take the Baron. Okay, so this is the big spike. Now you pretty much have all the damage you need. So now you just need to itemize into something that makes you a bit tankier. Which could be the Iceborne Gauntlet. It's a great item. It could also be the Withstand if they have a lot of magic damage, which they do this game. They actually have a decent amount of mixed damage. But the good thing about Iceborne Gauntlet is that it has a sheen. And that sheen procs with your Q. And even better is that it also slows with the sheen procs. So it pretty much becomes impossible for the opponents to escape from you. Should be dead, see ya. Once again, predicting where she's going to dodge towards. Hitting her with that one and you see auto attack and Qs. Going to wipe her out. Doesn't matter, she's fed. So if she dodged that Q, guys, and for example I miss all my Qs, then I'm going to die because there's no way you can catch a Vayne. Invisibility, she has that E as well, and all that stuff, so if I miss that Q, you can just recall back with your E. Unless you are confident, of course. If you want to push in a safe way, I like to do this. Now we can try to get the Heimerdinger. I see the range you have with the ultimate. That's why if the opponents don't have vision of you, you can use the ultimate as a gap closer instead of the stack Q. So just continue pushing bot side. Yeah, so oh, he's going tanky, okay. Right now when you're fed, of course, you can just auto attack people to death, especially if it's a squishy one. And even if they're buying armor, it's not going to counter you as hard because you deal mixed damage. With your auto attacks, with your W, with your ultimate. Makes Yone so insane. Into these squishy champs. Because they have a hard time itemizing against you. And that's it for the first game, guys. The next one is going to be top lane just to show, you know, both roles. So GG's. Welcome for game 2, guys. So when you're playing Yone top lane, then you can adjust the build a little bit. So you can, for example, go for Blade of the Ruined King, because most of the time you're playing against a melee top and you get to trade a lot. And when you get to trade a lot, then Blade of the Ruined King is a very OP item. Of course, that's not the same with mid lane, because a lot of the matchups will be ranged ones, so you don't get to like abuse it as much. Compared to into a melee matchup where you can constantly poke them with Q and auto attacks. So we have a pretty tragic team comp, if I had to be honest. Like, we are full AD playing against a tank top lane. Not sure what's up with the Rek'Sai mid, but I have seen that a couple times. But Shen, he's very strong early on, but you start, of course. And remember, guys, if lethal tempo is still available when you're watching this video, just use it. But you know, it's getting removed, and that's why I'm showing Conqueror, because that's going to be the new thing. So Q start, and he's gonna get a shield when he presses his Q, but you just want to poke through the minion wave if you can. Don't let him shout too hard, because then he gets level 2 really early on, and that's gonna suck. Just trying to poke through the minions. When this Q shield runs out, now he used the Q. So just auto attack and the Q, and then you back off. You try to poke as much as you can through the minion wave with your Qs. Remember, you don't have the same early game strength due to the fact that you don't have lethal tempo. And take W level 2, guys, for them, because it's pretty much a guaranteed one. And you know, you get to stack up the Conqueror as well during these melee trades. So that's one good thing, but the other thing is that it scales a lot better than lethal tempo. But see, you can really poke a lot on Yone. Messed up the shield. I've not been playing for what, 2 weeks or something, so I'm also a bit rusty. I'm gonna place a ward here because I did not pay attention to where she started, but remember, poke through as much as you can early on, like when they're walking up to last hit, and throw a Q, and do not dash forward. That's the thing, if you dash forward and they have some kind of CC up, you're gonna get wrecked, so stay a bit further back like this, and then you can throw out the ranged Q. Oops, that one sucks. That's fine. All good. Use the dashing ability, Masty's fighting. Oh, just slightly. Out of kill range, seems like. There should be a kill, right? Or they might even trade back, who knows? Yeah, I think I'll just go back. Hopefully they just don't try to do anything. Should be fine unless he get flashed on. I'm not gonna spend too much time, you know, you see Shen can just farm right now. He can teleport back. If I had the W, I'd flash him right now. But then again, he also has a shield. We're just gonna push it, and then we go ahead and reset. We got his flash out, so that's all good. Remember, we're going for Blade of the Ruined King here, and another good thing is that usually your first item, you know, ever since they changed the items and such, you don't really get sustain early on. But because you're going for Blade of the Ruined King, you also get to have sustain. I'm not going to teleport because this wave is going to push towards me anyways. He's getting fed pretty early on. And he's down 20 CS. But we do have Masti though. And the Yone as well, so we can pretty much just run somebody down if we are getting fed. So that's what we're playing for. I'm gonna place another ward, and it's not going to be the control ward because this wave is gonna push towards me. And this trade was pretty bad, right? But I do have sustain. So on that part I'm fine. Just need to hit. I'm gonna wait a little bit because he has the Bramble West. Gonna mess things up, and also he got it's level 6. Right, there we go. This is a bit risky on. I trolled a little bit, but we got the kill. Remember, so when you're getting level 6 and you're playing against an immobile champ, it's usually a lot better that you try to change his team. So what you're trying to do is that you hit them with a knock-up from the Q, and then you follow up with the ultimate right after. It's a lot safer to do it that way. Because it's almost guaranteed. It's going to be guaranteed if you do it properly. So that means that you don't hit people with a knock-up when you are in super melee range. Because then they get some time to react. But if you're standing a bit further away, then you should be good to go. Be back. I did not see that he bought a Bramble West early on. But us getting a kill is really important because the rest of them are pretty much on a hinting spree. Okay, we know where the Lilia's at, so we don't try to trade. We want to take out his zone. Because that zone is going to make it so auto attacks will not hit. Nice, and now he's really low, so next time you can pretty much just all in him, but do be careful that you don't get baited by the enemy jungle or something. I did right here. Sucks a bit. She actually ulted. I did not expect that. Also did not expect her to stay top for that long. That's a bit interesting. Maybe she just decided to come top. See, so you guys do not get baited, and then I did myself. That's the one thing. So I feel like Yone is a bit better top lane. Due to this wall right here, because otherwise it's too easy to gank top, but because of this it's a bit easier to like evade ganks, but still, he's still really easy to gank because he's pretty much immobile. I'm gonna push this in case he's ulting bot lane if they're trying to dive or something. Don't mind, no need to dive these guys, I guess. Chin ults. We'll just keep pushing. Also, Ult Breaker can be a pretty decent item. It's actually pretty solid on Yone, but the issue you'll have is that you have so many important items that it's going to delay something. You know, compared to something like a Trundle who gets hit naturally, on Yone, if you buy the Ult Breaker, which is pretty good, then you're going to delay some important items. But in a game where you have no choice but to just AFK split push, then yes, it can be a good thing. Oh, he's gonna one-shot, no? The Rek'Sai, full AD. Gonna try to poke a bit. Oh my days, all of them are getting fed. What's happening? I'm gonna stay a bit further away and then just try to poke with the W, because if he taunts us, we're gonna get demolished by the tower. I think I'll just show him in. Lilia's probably coming top soon. Oh, by the way, like I did right here, do not use the W when the shield is coming up, then you kind of waste it. But the W scales pretty well against tanks. Because of the health damage. You get a plate. Nice, there we go. Just cancelling this out and then I'll back off. It can be a bit obnoxious early on because you are a scaling champ, of course, so you're gonna struggle against pretty much every single top laner. It's just how it is. Gonna pop this one, gonna take out this cone right here. When this comes up, that'll be really nice, so you can get some sustain. It's probably better to ward around here, because it's not very often they come from this brush. But they can, definitely. I'm gonna trade while his stuff is down. It's really important that you like identify their trading pattern. Shen of course wants to taunt, then uses the empower Qs, and then he also spawns that zone below him, so you cannot auto attack. So if he gets to use, or if he like taunts out, for example. Oh, she's running the other way. Be able to chase, no? Never mind, I guess not. Jesus. Jesus, man, that's... I did not expect that flash coming in. Holy smokes. Just run. Oh, the small baby wolves just saved him. But somebody got the shot down on the Lilia. That's the wrong player who got it. It should have been me or the Master, because this guy is completely awful. As in useless. He entered too much early on, so he's not coming back. So the only one who can make a difference is me or the Master. Like, they are inting bot side, so no point them getting any lead, because they will not be able to use it. And Master and me have, like, you know, tank shredding capabilities. You had to trade with him like this, and then you had to be able to heal up. So if he gets to trade right now, that would suck for us. You just have to stay back, and remember, you can use your E to like cancel out the CC. That's important to know. Oh, that's a bit too close. That's a bit too close. Let's get out. I was initially thinking that I could get like quick combo off, and then I'll go ahead and reset. Oh, he's halting. Then I'll go top and push. Looks like Rek'Sai might be coming, so I'm just gonna go ahead and reset. If he hits me with a Q, I'm probably dead. Nice, we are out. We are out of here. And I need to spend a lot of gold on wards, unfortunately, because everybody is getting demolished. We have a pretty substantial CS lead, and that's all. That's all you have to do on Yone, because you're going to outscale most matchups later on. But what sucks even more is that he can get away with building full armor, because we are full AD and we don't have a front line. But now we have Blade the Ruined King, so it's a strong spike. Allows you to trade a lot better. Ooh, somebody's getting dove. Oh my god, really? I should have eaten out early on. But this is why shields are a Yone counter. How to dodge his taunt. Okay, missed my stuff, but we dodged the important parts. We can just keep pushing. It's a bit chaotic this game because it's too much int, obviously. 19 kills to 4 and I'm sitting on 2 of them. It's going to be pretty difficult, but we'll see what we can do. We got the tower, and there was a bounty on it as well because we are so far behind. I'm gonna get the Kraken Slayer. We can try to see if we can group, but obviously grouping is going to suck even more because we don't have anything on our side. Like, we don't have team fighting or nothing. It's a pretty disaster for comp, but you can try to ARAM. Sometimes it works. Oh, the guy yoinked another shutdown. The most useless player on our side yoinked another shutdown. We're gonna try to do the same thing again. So I try to stack up the Q on something, and then I try to find a way to engage. And if I'm able to get a kill, I keep fighting. If I'm not, then I just reset after. Like resetting, so I go back with that E. Now we have to go back top. Like, we will not be able to contest anything at all. You see, when I started trading with the Blade of the Rune King, you saw how big of a difference it made. Like, it makes you way better at trading and also makes it harder for the opponent to... No, Lilia's here, that's why I'm not. Stepping up. Oh, the bot is here as well. Probably doing the Herald. We can't really do anything here because there are 3 people. Oh, 4, I guess. Sending 4 men for a Herald? Wow. He can ult. Has to be ready to dodge it. That's hold out. And even this guy is sitting on 3 kills. I thought that E would be enough to dodge this ult, but guess not. I still ended up getting hit. But remember, you can cancel out a lot of CC with that E, guys, if you use a problem. So he can portal from this side. I have to go and check if he's still here. He might be, who knows. Let's look at that. Jesus. It's a lot. Even the Jhin was here. But that's how it goes when the opponents are just demolishing every single player on your team. Our CS is good, by the way. Look at this. The most important thing is that you play consistent. You can play consistent. You'll still lose some of these games, but you're gonna win a lot more, even the difficult ones. Like, League is all about being consistent. So, for example, if I was also inting right here, that's not being consistent. You have to be able to perform decently, even though you are getting destroyed. Rip Morgana. Masti is gonna die as well, there's no way he's getting a kill. Hey, flashed, maybe as a kill? No, mind. We ain't having nothing. Can't even catch anyone. But obviously this type of game you just dodge, because you can see in Champions League that this one is going to be a loss. Just because of the comp, like when there's such a massive gap in comps, like there is here, like the champ diff just look at our combo. You're full AD, they have frontline, they have assassin, and they have a tanky jungle as well. Who can go tanky, by the way. It's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to lose. Like, you had to play it perfect to win. Not you, your teammates as well. And you don't really rely on your teammates in solo queue, so this type of games you just dodge. You know, just to display top lane Yone as well. Is she not gonna die? Oh, she's surviving, I guess. She is surviving. She is surviving. Alright, let's get the Kraken Slam. So you don't have to go for straight up into the Infinity Edge. You can also get the Ice Spawn, which I will be doing after this item if they don't FF. Because I need to be tanky. They're really fed. Me having a lot of damage is not going to matter if I just get one shot the moment I engage. So I need some kind of tankiness, and Ice Spawn is perfect on your name. You're playing against assassins, you're playing against fed enemy teams. Don't just go straight into damage. You have a little bit of damage and then you go into some tanky items. Ice Spawn, Gauntlet, Distance, and so on. Even the Guardian Angel. So Ice Spawn is going to be the next item. I'm not getting... Oh my days, man, I got hit by a fully charged Q. You can try to hit the Jhin. Hopefully I don't get ulted, that would be a disaster. But he's ready to like insta-taunt. They also have a bard roll, so it's pretty hard to reach him. Also, when you don't have any follow-up. If we had follow-up, it might be a chance, but right now, nope. We have nothing. Alright, let's go. Got the 80 carry. Okay, he flashed out, that's fine. They're probably doing the Baron, Rek'Sai, and yeah, I had a feeling. Cannot give the smaller DA kills. He is beyond useless. At least if me or the Master gets some of the kills, then we can dish out some damage. I should probably reset, but this tower is getting destroyed. Oh, he's gonna ult me. Straight 1-for-1. Okay, nice. Alright, so now you need to get the Ice Spawn. I don't mind trading 1-for-1 here because he was sitting on a shutdown. So me dying for that, that's all good. That's all fine. Ice Spawn, remember what I said? When you're playing against a very fed enemy team and they have a lot of physical damage, Rek'Sai, Jhin, both of them being really fed. Even the Shin also deals a decent amount of physical damage. Then you need to be tanky. You need to be tanky because otherwise when you're going in trying to do a combo, you're pretty much guaranteed to get CC'd in some kind of way. And during that time you want to be able to survive. And if you don't have anything that makes you tanky, you are not surviving that one. You just get CC once, like you get hit by a bot Q, you get stunned, and you're gonna get smacked. How did I get... Wait, what? Wait, what? How did that minion... What? I did not think that minion was right behind me. Okay, survived, you see? Why we need some tankiness. I could have died right there because I don't have anything that makes me tanky. Guess we have to stay back. Not get hit by Lilia CC. Have to try to ult the Jhin. Ooh, I managed to cancel that one, but that's not going to be enough, seems like. Well, that's it for this one. It's going to be a loss, but that's how it is sometimes. Like, you're not winning with these players. It's just how it is. But thanks for watching, guys. I really hope this was helpful. And see y'all next time.